Hello, subscribers. This is yours truly, JBlue68, coming to you with my next comic book haul video. Before we get into this comic book haul, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. For liking, sharing, and commenting, please continue to do so and tap the notification bell so you get more vids like this as I post them immediately. Before I get into this comic book haul, I want to say, make just a little announcement is that from now on, when I do my comic book haul videos, I'm going to do two types of comic book haul videos. I did an experiment this past weekend where I did a comic book, I did a shorts video of comic book haul shorts video, which just featured, books that I'm interested in purchasing or I've already purchased, or, books that are popular in the comic book world. And then I'll have my regular comic book haul, which doesn't receive a lot of views a lot of times. Nonetheless, I like doing them because I'm into, of course, two comic books and into the traditional way of showing comic books, which is the paper comic books, or in some cases foil prints or the card stocks. But basically, the books themselves that actually have pages where you can see the artwork of the artists, which you can do digitally as well. But I'm also going to start exploring doing some digital comics. I also was interested in hopefully doing like comic book reads sometimes, reading from some of the pages. If there's something you all are interested in, please let me know in the comments below. Just a couple of little ideas I'm going to explore from this point forward. For as long as I have a YouTube channel, for as long as YouTube allows us to do these things, we'll see what's going to happen in the new year, 2025, because a lot of changes are coming in all aspects of our lives. But anyway, let's get into this comic book haul. First off, we're going to start off with this is Marvel previews, and I have actually 4 different previews of comics. I have Marvel, IDW, and IDW and DC, and what else do I have? I have Image Comics as well. We're not going to show any of the pages from this, but we're just including this again in the haul. This is Ultimate Wolverine #1, and I have not been following all of the Ultimate comics. I've been reading some of them: Spider-Man, Black Panther. I dropped out of X-Men, which is by Peach Momoko. My wallet can only go so far in terms of spending, so I had to drop out of that. Oh, excuse me, sorry about that. It's November. It's kind of chilly outside, so we're getting into the winter month, so you'll probably be hearing more of that. But anyway, excuse me for that. Yeah, so this is the Maker's Ultimate Weapon, Wolverine, Ultimate Wolverine. This is by Chris Condon and Alessandro Cappuccio, I guess, who's on the artwork. All right, so let's move along here. Here is the catalog for IDW Comics, which features TMNT, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Of course, IDW, they're celebrating their 25th anniversary, and so this has a lot of their product, of course, in here. And again, we're not going to go through the catalogs. I'm just showing them that these are out in case you're interested. The catalogs are free, but the comic books shops who provide these, of course, they want you to buy some comics when you're in the shop as well. Don't just go in there and just pick up freebies and not spend any money, okay? And then here's Image Comics catalog. Okay. I don't know what that is on the cover there. This is it just shows a new series that are launching from Charles Soule, Ryan Brown, Rick Remender, and Paul Azaceta, and more. I think this is probably Witchblade. Oh, I don't know what it is. I'm probably wrong. But it says Witchblade on the cover. It also says Fish Flies and the Power of Fantasy. Okay. For those of you who are interested in Image Comics. And of course, we have the number 2 of the 2 big houses, and that's, of course, DC Comics. Features Aquaman, the King of Atlantis is back. This is the original Aquaman in his original look. And this is the Aquaman that I'm familiar with. And this, of course, is a catalog that expands into January of 2025. As it says on the cover here, don't miss Aquaman #1 by Jeremy Adams and John Timms, who I suppose is the artist. That's a pretty cool cover there, too. Who knows? I might go ahead and get it. And then we have another very popular DC character in DC Comic. This comic has received a lot of reviews, mainly positive. It's a very, very different take on Bruce Wayne, also known as the Batman. Let me take a sip of coffee here, excuse me. And as always, I have my We Have Issues cup. All right. This is Absolute Batman #1, written by Scott Snyder, with Nick Dragotta on the art, and Frank Martin is the penciler. This is part 1 of a 5-part series called The Zoo. Issue #2 is out this week, but I'm behind on my comics. And I also have to say, too, my comic books are not usually, when I show them, on time. They're not usually recent. They probably have been out for like maybe a week, sometimes close to a month. But yeah, so this is issue #1. As I said, issue #2 is out. And it's a very, very different take on the Batman. This is part of the All In series, which basically spawns out of the, Absolute, what is it called? The other series that DC has out, the Absolute Power series. This spins out of that. And I want to show you really quickly some of the artwork from the pages. I'm liking this artwork. It's really good. I haven't read it yet, but I really like that artwork there. Let's see if we can get some of the glare out of there. If I can. Turn this to the side. Yeah, but that artwork is really cool. If you can see that there. And what's interesting too about this Batman is that there's, I've been told that the suit that he wears actually is fully capable, or it's capable of doing a lot more things, a little bit more different than what we're seeing the Batman suit that he wears, where he usually throws his the Batarang. He has a utility belt. This suit is fully capable of doing a lot of different things. Similar to Batman Gargoyle of Gotham, that suit that he wore in that particular comic book series. And I wonder what's happening with that comic book series too, by the way. I haven't heard a lot about any continued issues from Batman Gargoyle of Gotham. By Raphael Grandpa. I haven't heard anything else from that. I got issue #2, but I haven't heard anything about an issue #3. So yeah, anyway, here's issue #1, Absolute Batman. All right. Then we get into more DC Comics. This is issue #4 of Absolute Power. I think this is either the penultimate issue or the final issue. I'm not sure. I read issue #1, which was good. But I said I will wait until all the books come out, and I'll just read them back to back to back. So it's issue #4 by Mark Waid. The artist is Dan Mora. And again, this is chapter 4 called Showdown. I do believe this is a final series. I was not interested in getting the spin-off series, just a final series. I also want to say, too, I'm short on bags and boards. So some of my comics are bagged and boarded. Others are not. And this one is not. I like that artwork there. But again, like I said, I'm going to read them collectively once I get the trade paperback. And it's extraordinary artwork in the inside. I really like the artwork. I want to show you again some of the artwork here. It's very clean, very crisp. I like that there. Nice drawing of Amanda Waller on that page there. Let's show the first page. It looks like she's slapping the crap out of a Green Arrow. Let's see if we can get to that page. Yeah, but this is issue #4. I've said that already. Yeah, this page here. That's kind of funny. Yeah, she He slaps the crap out of him. So very cool there. And then we have Absolute Power. Here's a premiere of Absolute Power Superman. No Fortress, No Family, Absolute Defender. Okay, all right, very good. Let's move on here into Marvel Comics. And we have Storm issue number 1. And this is written by Morana, I don't want to butcher his name, Morena Ayodele. Artist is Lucas Warnick. And it's beautiful interior artwork in this book as well. Issue number 2 of this is out too, by the way. So I want to show you, I like to do this. Again, whenever there's beautiful interior artwork from comics, and this is why I collect comic books, the actual books, to have the actual work of the artist in hand. I love those colors there. Again, very clean, crisp artwork. Beautiful, beautiful. Ooh, looks very sexy right there. Beautiful, beautiful artwork of Aurora Monroe, Storm of the X-Men. Dig that. That's really nice. Very nice there. I love her hair, the way it flares out, flows out like that. It looks like a cloud or something. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Storm has had several mini-series on her own. I have a couple of books of the X-Men where she's on her own, away from the X-Men, sometimes leading the X-Men, etc., etc. Very nice cover there. Glad to have that. Next we have another very popular series. This is from Marvel. This is Ultimate Spider-Man, written by Jonathan Hickman with guest artist David Messina, I believe, from the adventures of Peter Parker and this alternate universe of Spider-Man stories, which also features Wilson Fisk, and as you see there, the Green Goblin. And there's J. Jonah Jameson there as well. Some kind of conflict or trouble that he's in. This is issue number 10, and I do believe issue number 11 is out as well. Okay. And then we have Werewolf by Night, the Red Band edition, issue number 3 is polybagged, of course, as you can see here. And it features Moon Knight on the cover there. This is issue number 3. Issue number 4 is out, but I don't have that issue as of yet. And I'm not going to open these up since they're polybagged. I want to keep them just like this, the single prints. I'm going to wait for the trade paperback to come out, and then I'll read all issues back to back. But this is a reader discretion advised because, of course, the violence that's in the books, the visual violence. Here's another red bag edition. This is Blade issue number 1, polybag, and this spins out of the Blood Hunt series that was out this past summer. I don't think issue number 2 of this series is out yet, but of course, hey man, what is a Marvel comic book collection without Blade, right? Love Blade, love Blade. Always good to see him in a comic book series, and especially one of his own. And then right here we have issue number 9 of Ultimate Black Panther from the Ultimates Universe. This is written by Brian Hill with artist Stefano Caselli, and the artwork is astounding, gorgeous panels. Since I don't have this bagged and boarded, I'll just go ahead and show you some of the artwork from this book as well. Some of the panels here. Let's see. There we go. All right. Very nice there. Very, very nice. Let's do a close-up shot. Okay. All right. Dig that. Very nice. Very, very nice. Uh-oh. Camera's a little shaky there. Let's see. Let's drop down. There we go. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving the artwork and panels from this book. The artwork from Black Panther never fails. I mean, for the last 5 years or so, probably more, You know, Marvel has made sure that the artwork in this particular for the Black Panther stories have been incredible, incredible. And then we continue with Marvel Secret Wars. This is issue. Let me do this here. Issue number 10 of Secret Wars, and I believe that issue number 11 is out now. This is issue number 10 of a 12-part series. And like I said, I think issue number 11 is out. And issue number 12 will be out next month, that being, of course, in December. This is Against the Beyonder to Death, is the subtitle to this particular book. And this is a reprinting facsimile of Secret Wars. Of course, we know the movies in the works should be out in 2026, I believe, or 2027, one of them, directed by the Russo brothers. And then we have Ultraman versus Avengers. Ultraman versus Avengers. That is a sharp cover there. And I'm an OG. I remember Ultraman from when I was a kid. A lot of you probably weren't even conceived when Ultraman, the original series, was coming out. That's a very, very cool cover there. But this is issue number 2. I think I'm missing issue number 1. I'm going to have to check with my local comic book shop to see if they can reorder that order issue number 1 for me. I don't know if I have it or not. I don't think I do. Anyway, cool cover there. Features Captain Marvel, Iron Man, Miles Morales, and of course Sam Wilson, Captain America. All right. But Ultraman is a good guy. He's not a bad guy. So I'm over there's a Wasp there too. He's a good guy. So I'm wondering what's going on, whether they're in a fight with him. All right. Okay, so that's it for my Marvel DC comic collection. I just want to say too, I don't try to have every single comic book that's out. These are just my favorite picks. These are my picks of what, number one, what I can afford, and number 2, what I like when in terms of comic book releases. The next comic book, part 2, or lot 2, these are independent comic books here, which will feature IDW and some other independent comic book companies. And we're starting off with one of my favorite comic books from IDW. This is their 25th anniversary. This is a one-shot of Godzilla Rivals. Of course, we're in the 70th anniversary of Godzilla as of this year. Okay, so Godzilla Rivals one-shot. This is Mega Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, written by Tom Waltz, with pencils by Casey Maloney, inks by Maria Keene, colors by Rhonda Patterson. And it continues the adventures of the king of all monsters. The artwork is okay. I'm not really crazy about the interior artwork in this cover here. But again, me being a Godzilla fan, I try my best or do my best to keep up with anything Godzilla related. And then we get into the Deviant, issue number 8. And of course, this is written by James Tynion IV, issue number 8. And it features James Tynion IV, and I believe the artwork is by Joshua Hickson. It's Joshua Hickson is a contributing writer to this story. With artwork is by Hassan Asmani Elhoa. Hopefully I did not butcher that name. It's a murder mystery, dark Christmas oriented thriller. That's what it is. And this is issue number 8 of that series. And James Tynion is all over the place in terms of a writer. He's written several books, independent books, as well as writing for different comic book retailers or comic book companies. And then we get into the erotic city, you can kind of say. As you can see this cover here, Gun Honey. This is from Titan Comics. This is a book that is absolutely, positively not for children. This is Collision Course, but I love these covers. This is issue number 4. It's an X-rated comic, and I say that it truly is. As I said, it's not for kids, it's for adults only. This is written by Charles Ardai. Artist is Ang Hor King, I believe. That's an amazing adults only cover. And yes, it does have nudity and violence in it. Plenty of it. It's the finest kind of pulp noir. Quote Ed Brubaker. All right. Hey, as a man who does not like to see a little TNA in our comics, yeah? All right, keep it moving here. Try to keep this video as clean as possible. Next up we have from Dynamite Comics, the Terminator. Love that cover there. I hate that I missed out on the foil cover. There was a foil cover to this. I hope that Dynamite will, if anyone from Dynamite is watching this, if you can please re-release the foil cover of this. The foil cover was awesome. It almost looked like it glowed. It had that metallic sheen to it, like the Terminator, does. This is written by Declan Shalvey, artists Luke Sparrow with Colin Cracker. And issue number 2 is out, by the way. It's subtitled Out of Time. The Terminator travels in and out of time, of course, as you know, if you've ever watched a Terminator film. He travels in and out of time, hunting potential human threats that might interrupt his mission to exterminate all mankind. Of course, Terminator was created by James Cameron. The interior artwork is okay. The cover is magnificent, though. But I'm a Terminator fan, so of course I had to have this in my collection. All right, let's move on here. Next, we get into the Spawn universe, created by Todd McFarlane, of course. And this is issue number 38. Issue number 38 of King Spawn, written by Todd McFarlane, art by Yildiray Cinar, if I'm pronouncing that name correctly. Again, hopefully I'm not butchering the name. Yildiray Cinar, with covers by Ivan Nunes. The interior artwork does not disappoint, along with being a good story here. Let's just take a look really quick at some of the artwork. And this is cardstock. I applaud Todd McFarlane and Image Comics with the cardstock. Let's get some of that glare out of there if we can. There we go. All right, yes. Gorgeous artwork. Very, very nice. Okay. You can see that. That is really cool. Love it. Again, cardstock and $2.99. Some of the cheapest comics on the comic book rack are Image Comics. Thank you, guys. Then we have issue number 357 of the main title of the Spawn series, and that's Spawn. This is written by Rory McConville, artwork by Brett Booth. The interior artwork is okay. I'm surprised. The interior artwork to me could have been better. It looks like it was rushed in production, and the colors look a little funky too. No offense to the artists and everything like that. Just show you really quick. I mean, to each his own. Some may disagree with me, but I think that the artwork was okay in this issue. And continuing in the world of Spawn, we have Violator, issue number 2 of 6. This is a 6-part series. And this book was a little bit more pricier. Normally, as I said, Image Comics are $2.99. But this book is kind of chunky. It's kind of heavy, too. Yes, $5.99 for this book. A little higher priced, but like I said, it's a thicker book. It's written by Mark Andreyko with artwork by Kyle Holtz. The interior artwork is good. It's an origin story of course, the Violator. And as I mentioned, it's a 6-part series. Here's some of the artwork. You can see that there. I'm trying to keep some of the glare out of there. So the Violator. Very, very cool. Love that. This, of course, from the Spawn universe. And next up, my favorite series from the Spawnverse. This is Sam and Twitch Case Files. This is written by Todd McFarlane, and this is actually have issues number 7 and 8 in this particular haul. This is by Todd McFarlane and Sam Goff, who are the writers of this series. The artwork is by Simone Kudransky. It's a dark detective crime drama set in the world of the supernatural, yet it remains grounded in reality, dealing with dirty cops that enter the world of the conflicted relationship of Sam and Twitch. Here's issue number 7. Okay. And then I also have issue number 8. 29 pages, same low price. I like that. It's an icy world that has disparities which may have adverse outcomes, disparities between detectives Sam and Twitch. And these characters, of course, they originate from the Spawn comics. And again, their relationship may have adverse outcomes on the not so dynamic duo. This is going to probably be my potential comic book series of the year for 2024. It's amazing, dark, moody, melodic, and atmospheric artwork that speaks its own language. The artwork, I mean, speaks its own language. Let's just take out this book here, issue number 8. I don't know how many issues there are going to be in this series, but I do on the back of here shows issue number 9, which comes out next month in December. Can't wait for that. This is an extraordinary series to read. The artwork speaks its own language, as I mentioned. Some of the best penciling I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of comics. And unfortunately, this book remains under the radar. But it's, to me, very, very well done. Very, very well written. I've read each and every book. I haven't read these 2 yet, but I plan on doing that very soon. And as I said, this will probably end up being my nominee for comic book series of the year. I know there are a lot of other good books out here, but this is one for me. Last but not least, we get into issue number 26 of House of Slaughter. As I said, James Tynion is all over the place. This is a James Tynion production under Boom Studios. This is issue number 26. It's subtitled Azure Part 1. I believe issue number 27 is out on shelves now. Again, it's written by James Tynion IV with artwork by Werther Del Adera. It spins out of the Something is Killing the Children series. And honestly, I don't know what's going on in this series. I kind of dropped out of reading it, not from lack of interest, but lack of time. At some point in time, I plan on getting caught up with the House of Slaughter and Something is Killing the Children series again. Okay, so let's put these back on the shelf here. So yeah, that's it for this comic book haul. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please like, share, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you get more videos like this as I post them immediately. Read a comic book. Excuse me. Support your local comic book shop. They're small businesses, most of them. They need your support. Hopefully we'll keep the art of comic book reading alive and keep our comic book shops alive. So that's it. That's all, y'all. Thank you all for joining me. Peace, love, and hair grease.